Hello, beautiful soul family. Rebecca here, your vibe mentor, bringing you another video on how to raise your vibration so you can live your best life. And I do want to reiterate we are part of the soul family, together, united in this mission to bring about heaven on earth, to shift the vibration and to help the collective heal, not to heal them, but to help them heal. So if you have not already clicked the subscribe button, make sure you check that out because connecting in the 3D also strengthens our connection in the other realms. So let's talk today about growth. Many times people we say we want growth, but we don't want what comes with it. And I think it's really important to get really clear on our intentions. Do we truly, truly want growth? Do we truly want to ascend? Do we truly want what it takes to grow? Because you cannot have one without the other. We are not accustomed to, we have not been raised or taught to get comfortable in the tension, to be comfortable with uncomfortable emotions. We were not taught to feel at all, let alone to sit in it and be with it. And I'll have to do another video specific to emotion because it is becoming very clear that emotion is the source of creation. It is energy in motion. And we can learn to work with it, to direct it, to use it, to transmute it. But we can't forego it. We certainly cannot avoid it or let ourselves be distracted from it. In fact, that when we are growing most is when we are in those uncomfortable emotions. That growth comes with tension. So if you learn to sit in the pressure and in the tension and not resist it, to observe it, to be present with it, to watch it, to give it your focus and attention instead of distracting away from it, you can learn to work with it and it will serve you. It will serve you either way. Now, pain plus resistance equals suffering. So if we can sit in the tension, we can sit in the pressure and watch how uncomfortable that is and understand it and be with it and allow it, then we will excel faster and we will receive more from that experience. But if we are in resistance to it, we distract ourselves from it, we allow our thoughts to go to in places like, I wish this weren't happening, or, maybe I'll just turn on Netflix and not think about it at all, then we have lost the opportunity to grow in that moment. It's very similar to a workout, that the first couple of times you lift that weight, it's not so bad. If you go a minute or two, you start to feel some pressure and some tension. And then our tendency is to say, oh, this hurts, I'm done. But it's in that moment, if we would press through 5, 10, 20 more reps, that the muscle truly grows. The growth happens in the pressure and in the tension. And so we have grown up in a society that has taught us don't feel at all. Certainly don't show the way you feel, especially if it's a negative or lower emotion. Definitely don't bring that to the table. In fact, we could probably safely say the vast majority of the things we were taught were a little bit backwards. That it is actually seeking out those moments of discomfort, running headlong into the fear, standing in the pressure and the tension that really accelerates us. It amplifies us. I have this hair that keeps tickling my arm and it feels like a bug. It's in those moments where when we want to quit, we're lifting weights and we want to quit and we're saying, oh, this hurts, I can't do it anymore. The truth is it hurts, but we can do more. It's when we really push to complete failure, where you truly, absolutely cannot lift that weight anymore. That's when you have maxed out. And it's that in-between space. It's almost like the void. Those moments of, I don't know if I can do this anymore. I don't know if I can handle any more pressure. I don't know if I can handle this tension. It's in the I don't know. And sometimes we feel that way when we're in between an old ending and a new beginning. I don't know what's coming next. I don't know what to anticipate. It's the discomfort that happens in that moment. Those are the moments of growth. And so what I started this conversation was, do you really want to grow? So if the growth has to happen, and it doesn't have to happen, many times most growth happens with a little bit of pressure and tension. And we don't have to learn through suffering and pain anymore, but there is a requirement to stretch, and there is a difference. Again, pain plus resistance equals suffering. And it doesn't have to be pain as in having your heart broken or being backstabbed. It can be just a little bit of muscle tension. So, really get intimate with what are your intentions for your life. What are your intentions in this moment, in this hour, in this day, in this week, in this year, in this lifetime? Every action you take, every step you take should be driven by a conscious intention. Because if it is not conscious, it is unconscious. Raising the level of consciousness means becoming more conscious of the things you do, the reasons you do them, the outcome that you are desiring or planning to cultivate. So really ask yourself some of these questions, because you might be surprised by the answer. We think that we want growth. We think that we want to level up. We think we want to take it to the next level. We think we want our dreams. But then when it comes time to face what it takes to get there, we're not so sure. Or we try to fool ourselves into believing, yes, I want my dream, but I'm not willing to do that thing to get there. So why are you here? Are you here for growth? Do you want expansion? Do you want muscle growth, not just in the bicep, but in life? Do you want to strengthen the muscle of standing in the tension, standing in the pressure, watching it, observing it, and not feeling pain from it? Not creating suffering by resisting it? Do you truly want health? Are you willing to do what it takes to get healthy? Mind, body, and soul. Do you want to truly be in alignment? Mind, body, and soul alignment means you are laser powerful versus light bulb diffused. But are you willing to do what it takes to get your mind, body, and soul in alignment? Do you want fitness? Health, wellness, fitness, they're all very different things. They have different requirements. If you want to be fit, are you ready to hit the gym, to pick up the weights? If you want energy, if you want to feel good, can you establish a commitment to a healthy diet or to biohacking and really understanding your body and how to make it work for you? Why are you here? I encourage you after this video, take some notes. What is your intention for your life? What dreams do you really, really want? And the whole reason I'm doing this video, and I'm so happy for those of you who have made it this far, because it's not a fun one, but if you're committed, you'll be here. And this is a bit of a sifting and a sorting, because my purpose is your purpose. My purpose is bringing together fully activated, fully self-actualized individuals who are willing to step into their purpose. My purpose is assembling the New Earth Construction team. And only those who are truly committed to growth and making a difference in the world will come along. Because it's sad to say, but not everybody's really committed to growth. Not everybody's really willing to do the work. I was naive enough to believe that everybody was as driven and motivated as me. And come to find out, 1%. 1% of humanity is really willing to do what it takes currently. It doesn't mean it can't grow. And ideally, we collectively, this new Earth construction team, will make it seemingly more feasible to do this. But we are the leaders. We are the way showers. We are the early adopters. We are the believers that choose to operate in blind faith, full well knowing. I don't feel like it's blind because there's a knowing. But we are willing to risk being a little bit seen as, I should say, being seen as a little bit crazy. But that's okay. Because if you're here, you're in the right place. And you can do something that makes a difference in the world. So again, I'll reiterate what I was starting to say earlier. After this video, get really clear on what are your intentions for your life and what dreams do you have that you are willing to go all out for. What has been put on your heart that has such a strong pull that no matter what adversity you come up against, you could not let that dream go? And I'll use an example from my own life. 7 years ago, I tried to start a business. I've known for 10 years that I wanted to have my own business. It took me 3 years to even try, and then another 3 years to discover my path wasn't quite aligned. And then another 3 years to go back to the corporate world and say, fine, that didn't work. Maybe it's not for me. Maybe I'll just go back to the corporate world and I'll try to make myself feel satisfied and fulfilled by the life they say we should live. And in those 3 years of being back in the corporate world, every day I woke up with this sick feeling of this cannot be all there is. And my purpose is for the people who feel the same about their dream. This channel is here to support purpose-driven entrepreneurs, people who are truly committed to their life purpose, to making a difference in the world, to the growth and the pressure and the tension that it will take. And if you've made it this far, I'll give you the juicy reward on the other side. Because it is awesome and amazing once you go through the pressure and the tension. Once you get through the muscle creation, the weights are not so heavy anymore. You move through the challenges and the triggers. You start to see the triggers as gifts. And you move through the trigger. Maybe you're triggered at breakfast and move through it by lunch. Your heart's desire, your dreams, if you're willing to do the work, if you're willing to do what it takes to grow, you can have them. You can have it all. So in those moments of pressure and tension, let's reframe them. First of all, ask yourself the question, did you really expect that your dreams and your desires and the growth that you signed up for would come without pressure and tension? Did you expect that you'd be able to manifest it by thinking positive thoughts sitting on the couch eating a bag of potato chips? So let's get clear on that intention that we no longer have signed up for that limiting belief. We're willing and committed. I'll use another example from my life. When I said, I am hacking my body, I am into biohacking, I am going to track my nutrition, I'm going to work out 6 days a week, I'm going to maximize this physical vessel. There is no room for, maybe I don't feel like it today. Maybe I'll go a little lighter on the weights. Maybe I'll stop tracking. Now, I'm not about a rigid approach, that there very much has to be an intuitive approach and a commitment to loving the body and a relationship, a friendship with the body, right? I honor you. I commit to respecting what you need. If the joint is hurting when I'm lifting the weight, then that says probably need to take a break. But if the muscle says, I'm tired, I'm weak, slow up, no. There's a necessary discipline, right? And so when you make that commitment to your growth or to your purpose or to your dreams, there's no room. There is no margin of error. There is no room for maybe I'll just backslide today. Because as soon as you crack that door, all bets are off. So again, let's reframe what pressure and tension mean to us. You can choose how to perceive it. A trigger can say, oh man, I'm here again. The world sucks. I'll never be heard. I'll never be seen. I'll never be loved. I'll never be feeling safe. Or we can say, thank you for the gifts. I see this wound, this stuck emotion, this trauma in my body. I'm ready to heal this. Let's go headlong in. Let's dive into that thing that causes us fear, because it is always false evidence appearing real. Let's reframe those moments as growth opportunities and gifts. Let's reframe the tension and the pressure. I tell myself when I'm lifting that weight, I'm like, oh my gosh, we can either say this hurts or, oh, this is what I came for. We're getting stronger, right? I even like to take it up a notch and play with, the energy a little bit and be like, oh yeah, not today, Satan, I got your number. And man, does the adrenaline flow and you just get stronger. It's all about the story you tell yourself. Your mind has to match in chemistry the image you give it. So if you say this hurts, you're going to feel weaker. If you say, I'm strong, I got this, you can't touch me, then you're just playing and your body responds accordingly. So we want growth. We want expansion. The opposite, the other option, is stagnation. And unfortunately, it's a universal law. You are either growing or dying. So choose wisely. You may not have asked for the tension or the pressure, but all of us, whether we realize it or not, and whether we've changed our mind or not, we asked for expansion and growth. So let's learn to work with the game called life, the universal laws, the physical vehicle that we have been gifted, this beautiful machine that can ascend beyond any level seen so far on planet Earth. And recommit in this moment to those things that you feel you cannot forego. Recommit to your growth, recommit to your dreams, recommit to your purpose. And make such a firm commitment here and now. That's it. There is no going back. There's no quitting. There's only forward. I'm aligned, mind, body, and soul. Let's do this thing. All right. I love you guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Please do comment below. I read every comment. Even if I don't respond right away, I will always respond to you. That is my commitment to connecting with you. I am working on a way for us to connect more intimately, more in person, so that we can start to truly assemble the New Earth Construction team. So keep an eye out for an upcoming membership. Also trying to make it as accessible as possible for all of us so that we can, again, come together and start to collaborate in creating the new Earth. All right. In the meantime, I do offer free 30-minute healing sessions if you are struggling with any type of resistance or blocks. If you say, yes, I'm committed, but you can't seem to break through that glass ceiling of self-sabotage or overwhelm or shut down, I definitely can help you. I guarantee you in 30 minutes or less, I can identify the root cause of your block. So check out the free healing session link below. Otherwise, I will see you on the next video. I love you guys so, so much. Make sure you click this button to subscribe. Otherwise, this button is a video that is curated just for you. All right, take care, my friends. Namaste, and I love you.